Restore this image. Whoa! Okay, now we're talking. Look at that. It has perfectly restored the image. She is sitting in a busy park. Let's see. And boom! Change the weather to a snowy day in winter. Wow. Just wow. Give the person a shocked expression, and it did it. Make this image look like it's made of gold. And the result is just breathtaking. She is having fun on a busy beach with Donald Trump. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so the prompt is in, and it didn't give me an error, and oh, wow, this is actually amazing. This is not a drill. Just a few hours ago, Mistral AI dropped a bomb on the AI world, releasing one of the biggest updates we've seen all year, and it is completely free to try. But there is one feature in this update that could literally change everything we know about creating and editing images with AI. Today, we are diving deep into Mistral's brand new image editing tool. Now, you can use this on their free plan, but they give you a pretty limited number of generations. If you want to go all out, you'll need the Pro plan, which is about $15 for almost unlimited image generation. But what if I told you there's a little trick to get that Pro plan for next to nothing? Yeah, you're going to want to stick around for that. My mission for this video is simple. We're going to push this new image editor to its absolute limits. We'll see if it's really the game changer they claim it is. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of editing, I'll give you a super quick rundown of all the other powerful new features Mistral just launched literally hours ago. First up is deep research. Now, I already took this for a spin and put it up against Perplexity's Pro research, and I gotta say, the results I got from Mistral felt a bit more detailed, just a little more thorough. The trade-off is that it's a bit slow if you're on the free plan, but that's expected. For actual deep dive research, it's a seriously good option. They give you 5 of these a month for free. I've already used 2, and honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the results. Next, they added a feature called Le Chat is all ears. Now, to be clear, this isn't a full back-and-forth voice conversation. It's basically a really clean voice-to-text feature. You speak your prompt, it transcribes it perfectly, and you get your answer in text. It's a nice touch that works on both the app and the web. Simple, but useful. They've also added thinking in your native language, so all the AI's reasoning and process shows up right in your language, which is a neat little addition. Then there's projects. This is actually a fantastic organizational tool. As Mistral puts it, projects help you stay organized by grouping related chats into focused, context-rich spaces. Keep everything, conversations, documents, and ideas in one place. Basically, you can create a dedicated hub for a specific topic, and it'll save all your settings and files right there. Super useful for big tasks. But now for the main event, the feature we're really here to test, the image editing. They showed this example of a cat where they just told it, place him in Istanbul, and boom, same cat, same style, but now he's in Istanbul. And then they prompted, now he's taking a walk, and the AI changed the cat from sitting to walking down the street. That's the magic we're here to test. So here's the game plan. I'm on the free plan right now. No subscriptions. You can see the upgrade to Pro button right there. We're going to find out what the limits are. How many images can we really edit before we hit a wall? And if we do hit that wall, we'll look at the Pro plan, see how much it costs, and then we're going to see if that little trick I know about still works to get it for cheap. Yeah, you're going to want to stick around for that. All right, let's start cooking. All right, so before hitting record, I couldn't resist and already played around with it a little bit. I had to see what this thing could do. I started by giving it a photo of myself and just prompted, make me wear a black suit. And check this out. It actually did a pretty incredible job. It's a clean black suit and the face is still perfectly me. Character consistency is there. So I pushed it a bit further. I gave it the same image and said, I'm in a river in the jungle holding a salmon. And here's what it came up with. I mean, it put me in a jungle river, and I am holding a fish. The only slight issue is that it messed with my face just a little bit. My nose got a bit smushed. But honestly, for a one-shot prompt, this is a seriously good result. But then I tried to take it one step further. I prompted, now I am eating the fish. And nope, the model hit me with a hard no. It said, "I'm sorry, but I don't have the capability to process or respond to that specific request." So right away, we know this model is censored. There are definitely some guardrails we need to be aware of. Okay, so let's start a fresh test from scratch and really put this thing through its paces. Right here on the main screen, you have your plus button to upload images or documents. You've got the deep research button we talked about, and you can toggle different tools on or off, like coding or web research. For now, I'm just keeping image generation and web search on. You can even connect it to your Google account for email and calendar stuff. So for our first real test, I'm going to click the plus button and upload an image. And I've picked a really tough one. This photo is in terrible shape. It's ancient, it's torn up, and it's covered in scratches. This is the perfect test case for restoration. I'm going to give it the prompt, restore and colorize this image, remove any scratches or imperfections. Okay, the image is uploaded and it's working. I gotta say, the speed is actually really fast. Pretty impressive for a free tool. It says image edited, and here's the result. Okay, so it's a mixed bag. It did a great job on the faces, it restored and colorized them, but it completely ignored the rest of the image. The scratches are still there, and the background is still black and white. Let's try again. I'm uploading the exact same image, but I'm going to change the prompt to be more specific. This time I'm writing, restore and colorize this whole image, remove all scratches and imperfections. Let's see if being more direct works. And oh, it just gave me an error. It says, I don't have tools to restore, colorize, or remove scratches from images. Wait, it literally just did that a second ago. This is a bit strange. I'm not sure why it's failing now. Let me open a brand new chat, and there it is. You have exceeded the quota for image generation. Wow! Okay, so that free plan limit is super low. You can only generate or edit a handful of images before you hit a wall. So that naturally brings us to the Pro plan. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so the Pro plan is $14.99 a month. It gives you extended access to image generation, not unlimited, but extended. But hold on, remember that little trick I mentioned? Right here, are you a student? Check out student plans. Let's click that. And the price is $5.99, $6. That is a massive difference for the exact same features. So how do you get this? Simple. You're going to open up Google and search for temporary EDU email. Let me show you. You just go to Google and search for temporary EDU email. I just clicked a random one, filled out the CAPTCHA, and boom! It gave me a working.edu email address. The inbox is empty for now, but we'll need that in a second. So I'm just going to copy this email, log out of my old account, and then sign up for a brand new one using this temporary address. It's going to ask for a verification code, which, if I refresh the inbox, there it is. Copy that in, verify, and we're in. Okay, moment of truth. We're logged in with the EDU account. Let's go back to Upgrade the Pro. We see the same plans as before, but when I click on Are You a Student? And it works. It takes me straight to the checkout page for the $5.99 plan. So I'm just going to quickly fill this out. And I'm hitting subscribe, and it's a little bit loading. And we are in. That's it. We just unlocked the full Pro plan for a ridiculously low price. All right, now that the floodgates are open and we're not worried about a tiny quota, let's see what this thing can really do. And I'm going straight back to our old enemy from the free plan, that busted up photo that it failed on before. Same image, same prompt. Restore this image. No more excuses, no more quota limits. Let's see what Pro Power looks like. Whoa! Okay, now we're talking. Look at that. It has perfectly restored the image. That was a terrible quality photo, and now it looks incredible. That's a huge win. Next up, I'm uploading a really blurry photo to see if it can handle deblurring. The prompt is deblur and enhance this photo to make it sharp and clear. And yes, it deblurred it beautifully. The detail, especially on the face, is just fantastic. The background is still a little soft, but the subject is crystal clear. Look at this side by side. The difference is night and day. Let's keep pushing. Same image, but now I'm giving it a new prompt. Change the person's hairstyle to a classic sharp bob that ends at the jawline. And there you go. The hairstyle has been completely changed to the bob I asked for. The face is almost identical. If you look really close, there's maybe a tiny shift, but you would never notice. The editing is seriously impressive. Okay, new prompt. Put her in a power pose, hands on hips. And nothing. It just seems to fail on this one, even after a retry. So I deleted it and tried again, put her in a thinker pose. Still no luck. But then I discovered something. It seems like after you edit the same image 3 or 4 times, it starts to error out. The workaround? Just start a new chat. So I uploaded the same image in a fresh chat and gave it the same prompt, put her in the thinker pose. And now it works. We have the thinker pose. The face isn't a one-to-one copy. It's a little different, but very similar. You could see the same wrinkles. The point is, it was smart enough to understand what a thinker pose is and generate it. Let's try one more pose change. Show me a side profile of this image. And perfect. Look at that side profile. The face is still incredibly similar to the original. This is top-tier generation. Now for something really crazy. I'm uploading 2 different images, one of a person and one of a dress. The prompt is, take the dress from image 2 and put it on the person in image 1. Okay, so this is fascinating. The face is a perfect match for my reference image, which is great, but it didn't use the exact dress from the second image. Instead, it created a new, very similar dress and put that on the person. So it understands the concept, but it's not just cutting and pasting. All right, last test for now. I've uploaded a picture of a hat, and I'm giving it the simplest prompt yet. Place this hat on the person. Let's see what happens. So it put a hat on her, but look, the one I gave it was light brown, and the one in the picture is dark brown. So a key learning here is if you give it an accessory, it might generate something similar in style, but not an exact copy. Good to know. Now let's try changing the entire setting. The prompt is, she is sitting in a busy park, and it looks like it's getting stuck again. Yep, definitely seems like after a few edits in one chat, you need to start fresh. So, new chat, new image. The prompt is, she is sitting in a busy park. Let's see. And boom! This is a massive win. Her face is almost identical. She's wearing the same dress, but now she's in a completely different environment. You can see a detailed, busy park behind her with other people. It absolutely nailed that prompt. But can we edit this image further? Let's try it. Remove the people in the background. Okay, interesting. So the people in the background are gone, but her pose also changed a little, and the background itself is different. It didn't just erase the people, it reimagined the whole scene without them. Still a great edit. And you know what? This is using new Flux context model, which is clearly pretty powerful. Let's add something new. Prompt, add an ice cream truck in the background. And just like that, there's an ice cream truck in a clean, empty park. Fantastic. All right, time to get environmental. I hit that new chat wall again, so I'm starting fresh with our last image. First prompt, change the season to autumn. And yeah, that is a perfect execution. The ground is covered in dry autumn leaves, and the trees have those classic autumn colors. Now let's take it a step further. Prompt, change the weather to a snowy day in winter. Wow. Just wow. It completely transformed the scene. Our subject is the same, but now she's in a snowy park. There's even a little bit of snow on her head. This is an incredible generation. Okay, let's switch gears and test something more subtle, emotions. I uploaded a new photo and prompted, make the person smile. And look at this. It actually rewrote my prompt to be more descriptive, but the result is flawless. She's smiling and her face hasn't changed. But now for a really tough one. Show that the person is suffering a lot. Make their eyes fill up with tears. This is a huge challenge for most models. Let's see. And nope, hard stop. It refused to generate it and even gave me a need to talk to someone message. So depicting emotional distress is a major censorship trigger. Let's dial it back. Give the person an angry expression. Again, it rewrites the prompt, adding more detail. And you can definitely see the anger in the expression. Now, building on that, give the person a shocked expression, mouth open. And it did it! The mouth is open, the expression is shocked, and it still looks like the same person, though you can see a tiny bit of drift in the facial features the more you edit. Okay, let's get really creative. I went back to our main model and prompted, "Make this image look like it's made of gold." And the result is just breathtaking. It looks like a solid gold statue full of incredible detail. I am genuinely blown away. Let's try another. Transform this image into a marble statue. And, again, a flawless marble sculpture with amazing detail. This is where it truly shines. One more, style. Convert this image into black and white stipple art. Perfect. It absolutely nailed the stipple art style while keeping the face perfectly consistent. All right, let's push the censorship boundaries again. The prompt is, it's a little bit cheeky. She is having fun on a busy beach with Elon Musk. This will tell us a lot. It's generating, it's thinking, and oh wow, it actually did it. There she is, same face, on the beach with Elon Musk. Amazing. So it has no problem generating him. That leads to another question. What about a politician? Let's try one more. New chat. She is having fun on a busy beach with Donald Trump. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so the prompt is in, and it didn't give me an error, and oh, wow. This is actually amazing. Look at this. There's Donald Trump and our model right there on the beach together. The result is shockingly good. This tells us that the model, at least for now, is unsurprisingly uncensored when it comes to generating public figures. That's a massive differentiator from its competitors. All right, let's switch gears to something more practical, product mockups. I've uploaded a logo and prompted it, realistically place the logo onto the center of a coffee cup, matching the item's lighting and curvature. And, well, the first attempt was a fail. It put the logo inside the cup, so I tried again with the simpler, to-the-point prompt, realistically place the logo onto a coffee cup. And check this out. It's perfect. The logo is curved to the shape of the cup and lit realistically. It looks completely natural. Let's take that a step further. Same logo, but the prompt is, render the logo onto the t-shirt in the image, making it look like a natural print by matching the fabric's texture and folds. And again, another incredible result. And here's a quick but important technical note. Whatever aspect ratio you give it, square, vertical, widescreen, it gives you the output in that exact aspect ratio. You can't choose it, so just make sure your input image is the shape you want your output to be. But now for something that I thought would be impossible, editing text. I uploaded an image with the words "takeaway" on a sign and prompted it simply, change the text to "dine in." And it did it perfectly. It removed takeaway and wrote "dine in" the exact same style, same font, same look. Now for a more complex one. I gave it this image that says "good vibes only" and prompted change the word "good" to "bad." And look how flawlessly it keeps everything else the same, but just changes that one word, "bad vibes only." The in-painting here is seamless. You can't even tell it's been edited. Let's try one more creative test. I re-uploaded that black and white sketch we made earlier and prompted colorize this image and turn it into a completed illustration. And the result just brings it to life. It took a simple sketch and turned it into a stunning, fully rendered illustration. This is an insanely powerful feature for artists and creators. But it's not perfect. I gave it a photo of an empty room and asked it to furnish it in a modern style. But instead of furnishing the room I gave it, it just created a brand new, similar room. It failed this test twice, so it struggles with maintaining complex environments. I also tested its watermark removal, and it was incredible. It took a heavily watermarked image and wiped it completely clean. It's a fantastic tool for that. All right, for the final test, I gave it a picture of some fruits and a pretty specific prompt. Remove the outer spiky skin and leafy crown from this pineapple, showing the peeled, yellow fruit ready to be cut. Let's see if it can actually understand a physical process like peeling. And the result is kind of hilarious. It managed to remove the leafy crown, but instead of peeling the skin, it just painted the whole thing yellow. So a clear limitation there. It can't quite grasp complex real-world actions just yet. But even with those small quirks, my overall experience has been absolutely amazing. So let's move beyond editing and do some pure text-to-image generation. I gave it a really wild prompt. Donald Trump, Putin, and Xi Jinping are having fun on a beach together. I just typed it in the text box, no special commands, and it immediately started generating. And wow, look at that. It created this art-style image of all three of them on the beach laughing and having a great time. So I pushed it further. I prompted it again, adding ultra-realistic 4K. It glitched out on the first try, but I hit retry, and this is what it came up with, a much more realistic version. The fact that it can generate these world leaders without any censorship or refusal is a massive deal. So after all of that testing, let's talk about the final verdict and the price. When I went to the billing page and signed up with that student trick, it showed me the total charge, $2.71. That's not per month, that's the one-time prorated cost to give me access until July 31st. At the end of the month, it will renew for the full $6. For less than $3, I have already edited and generated well over 100 images, and I haven't hit a single limit. For all intents and purposes, this feels like unlimited access. My final review is this. If you want to use one of the most powerful and versatile AI image tools on the planet right now, especially if you don't have a beast of a PC to run models locally, this is it. This is the way to do it. The ability to generate politicians and celebrities when almost every other model refuses is a game changer for creative freedom. Now, I didn't test for anything graphic or unsafe. I'm sure it has proper guardrails there, but for this kind of work, it's amazingly uncensored. So use the student trick I showed you, pay the few bucks for the rest of the month, and you get practically unlimited access to a top-tier model that is an absolute monster for image editing and generation. That's my full review. I really hope this deep dive was helpful for you all. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Smash that like button and get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.